What if one day you look back and realize the wait was so worth it?
Okay, good morning, guys. This is Grace in the Journey. I'm Misty. Thank you for joining me today. I am so sorry that I missed you guys yesterday, but we were on the road pretty early for my aunt's funeral. Guys, I got to tell you, what a service. It was so full of love and such beautiful testimony of her life. That's something we should all strive for. Having a homegoing service that testifies to our faith and our love of God. All right, so today we're going to wrap up our series on the joy in the wait. So make sure you pull up your chair, get your journal and your Bible, and join me as we finish out a powerful series. All right, so Wayne and I were standing in those long lines at Disney, and I remember finally getting close to the front. You could feel the excitement building in the air. You could see the ride ahead, and suddenly all of that waiting didn't feel so frustrating anymore. Because now we could see what we had been waiting for. And when we finally got on the ride, it was worth it. The wait, the standing, the wondering, it all made sense in that moment. And that's when I felt the Lord whispering something so clearly to my heart. This is what it's like when my promises come to pass. See, sometimes when we are in the waiting season, we can't see what God is doing. We don't understand the timing. We don't understand the delay. But one day, everything becomes clear. Ecclesiastes 3:11 says, He has made everything beautiful in His time. Not our time, in His time. God doesn't rush His promises. He prepares them. He develops them. He aligns everything perfectly. And when it all comes together, it's beautiful. Think about a time in your life where you had to wait for something. And when it finally happened, you realized if it had come sooner, it wouldn't have been right. If it had come earlier, you wouldn't have been ready. If it had come your way, it wouldn't have been as good as what God planned. That is what waiting does. Waiting gives God room to work. Waiting gives God room to prepare. Waiting gives God room to do something greater than we could have imagined. Psalms 37:34 says, Wait for the Lord and keep His way, and He will exalt you. That is a promise connected to your waiting. There is a purpose connected to your delay. And there is a blessing connected into your obedience in the waiting season. So maybe right now you're still in the line. You're still waiting. You're still trusting. And you can't see the outcome yet. But I want to encourage you today. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not coming. God has not forgotten you. God has not overlooked you. God has not changed His mind about you. The same God who gave you the promise is the same God who will fulfill it. And when it happens, you will look back and say, now I understand why I had to wait. Because what God has for you, it's so worth the wait, my friend. Thank you so much for joining me in this series, The Joy in the Wait. If this message or any part of this series has encouraged you, please share it with someone else who may need some hope in their waiting season. And if you're walking through a season of waiting, I pray this series reminded you that you are not alone. God is with you. God is working. And your waiting is not wasted. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a message and continue walking this journey of faith with us here at Grace in the Journey. And remember, the wait is not the end of your story. It's a part of God's process. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.